Many of us have grandparents. Grandparents that love us unconditionally, that have spoiled us when our parents weren't looking, or even grandparents that were a phone call away. And today, we're here to celebrate each and every one of those grandparents. See, my grandparents were ones who were always there for me, and maybe spoiled me just a little bit. But more importantly, my grandpa showed me through his life to never give up. Through his life, he has gone through obstacles that I could never imagine what it took to continue on and never give up, such as going blind, to continuing on with work after going blind, and just continuing on with life in general. So Grandpa went blind during the middle of his life, but he never gave up on that life. He's told us stories of obstacles in his life that he has overcome, and one of my favorites is when he talks about his job at the meatpacking plant. So he worked there before he went blind. But what makes it so special is that he actually worked there after he went blind as well, and continued on there with the exact same job he started with until the plant actually closed down. So how can anyone sit there and say that he ever give up? One of the other things that I love about him and that I remember from growing up was his animals and how he cared for them. He had hogs and cattle that he cared for from the time he was little with his father up until just recently. You may wonder how this would show that he never gave up just because he had animals. But it was more the way that he tended to those animals that showed it. See, he had to walk down the road every day to the barn. He actually knew the exact number of steps to get there too. But he went down there to tend to those animals. He wanted to make sure that they were all fed and watered by him each time, even though there were people who were willing to do it for him. They would actually tell them, or tell him, that they would do it for him. But you see, he didn't want to give up on those animals, just like he didn't want to give up on his life. Unfortunately, he has slowed down quite a lot these past few years due to his health. However, he still does not give up on his life. He still goes outside when he gets a chance, still does everything that he can possibly do. But as you can see, my grandpa's never given up on life, and that is what I'm celebrating today. I'm celebrating my grandparents who might have spoiled me just a little bit, who I know loved me no matter what, but more importantly, who taught me to never give up on anything that I can possibly do. And I ask you, that you celebrate your grandparents today, and every day for that matter, for the things that they might do for you, or for the things that they might have taught you. Thank you.